What's up YouTube, family-friendly Alex here, back again with another G-rated non-controversial video. This is definitely not another offensive streetwear items video. I mean, who would upload unwholesome content to this morally pure channel? Definitely not me, that's for sure. But anyway, so here it is. You guys have been asking for it. Hopefully YouTube doesn't trip out as badly as they did with the first one. I will be including a mix of items from streetwear brands, fashion brands, and fast fashion brands, all compiled into one this time around. And just to clarify, these are all items that people on Twitter, Reddit, and all over the internet found offensive and got outraged at. So these are not things that bothered me personally. But real quick, before we get started, my homie John, who runs the brand AtTheMoment, which I've shown on this channel before, is having a crazy online sale. I'm talking like 30 to 50% off some stuff and free shipping on orders over $75. So it's definitely worth checking out. I mean, $19 for a jacket, like come on, that's a damn steal right there. Also, if you guys would ever want to see me go and visit his spot where he makes all his clothes, or potentially do a video with him, let me know as well, because I want to start featuring other people on this channel real soon. Also, it's always pretty solid to support your friends, so make sure to click that link in the description to check out the sale. But let's get down to this non-offensive, totally family-friendly content. First up on this list, we have another tee from Wang that was actually released in the same Spring-Summer 2015 collection as a tee that I showcased in the first video, but this one has a cartoon face of a black man wearing a pointy hood. The pointy ghost hood, which is worn by that group that's name has 3 Ks, but I can't say that group's name because YouTube will get mad again and hit me with that yellow dollar sign. Now, just like with other tees from this collection, some people got outraged and upset. Tyler defended his collection by saying that he made it to mock people who support these radical hate groups and to take power away from their symbols by parodying them. The media outlet Vulture said that Tyler's attempts to subvert propaganda was admirable but naive, and many other news sources also shared similar sentiments and statements. Now, Tyler did release his own lengthy statement on Tumblr, going into greater detail on his reasoning for releasing this collection and the meaning behind it. I will leave a link to it for you guys to check out in the description below, and honestly, I don't think Tyler's intentions were in the slightest bad, especially when you read his Tumblr post elaborating on it all, but a lot of people did have somewhat of a bias against Tyler back then because of his obscene and ridiculous lyrics from his early discography. So that's probably why they refused to even acknowledge his Tumblr statement. Next up on this list, we have a few items from Vlone, which were released at a pop-up shop in Chicago earlier this year. The items range from tees, hoodies, and shorts with the word Chiraq screen printed on them. Another shirt from the collection was a parody of the I Love NY shirt, showing a graphic that says I Love Chi with a gun behind the lettering. The phrase Chiraq was popularized by many drill rappers as a nickname for Chicago, combining Chicago with Iraq to refer to the violence that takes place in certain areas of the city that's comparable to a war zone in many instances. Many furious Chicago residents took to Twitter to voice their concern and issue with Bari's Chiraq collection, saying it glorified violence that the city isn't proud of, and that Bari, being a New Yorker, has no business even making clothing referring to Chiraq. One tweet that I saw that gained a lot of support was from Twitter user Nate Willis, and it read, "So, ASAP Bari was here in Chicago selling some merch for his Vlone collection. The word Chiraq is disrespectful to us. The exploitation of gun violence here is sad, ruthless, and senseless demise of blacks in Chicago, and to sell these threads to us in our city is clown shit." Chicago rapper The Boy Illinois also spoke out against the collection, saying, "Hey, young lord, I'm sure your Chicago friends haven't told you this yet, but we don't promote this bullshit here, and you are not from here. Also, if you plan to come to our city and make money off of glorifying violence, I hope you are down to do some work in these communities and give back. I'm so damn tired of out-of-town folks coming in and profiting off of us. It's real out here, and this is what y'all want to promote? Miss me with that bullshit." The whole situation personally reminds me of when Chicago residents were mad at DJ Academics for his War on Chiraq channel. A lot of the criticism that I'm seeing being thrown at Bari for this situation definitely mirrors what was being said about Ac a few years ago. Moving on with this list, we have the Urban Outfitters red stained Kent State crewneck sweatshirt, which was released back in 2014. The reason people found this distasteful was because in the 1970s, a shooting took place on the university's campus, which left 4 anti-war protesters dead and 9 others wounded. The red stain design on the sweatshirt was accused of looking too much like blood splatter, and users on Twitter quickly voiced their disgust. Urban Outfitters apologized and pulled the sweatshirt from their site as a response to the backlash. They also released a lengthy statement, which I honestly am not going to bore you with because it's pretty long and it's your standard, corporate apology. But something I found kind of funny within the statement was the fact that Urban felt the need to say, "There is no blood on this sweatshirt." I mean, I feel like that should be pretty obvious, but I guess some stupid, dim-witted buffoon actually truly believed there was real blood on it and needed that clarification. I don't know, go figure. Next on this list, we have the Shackle sneakers made by Adidas and designed by Jeremy Scott. The sneakers were originally shown on Adidas' Facebook page and were pretty well received initially, getting 38,000 likes and mostly positive comments, but that quickly changed into outrage when some people started saying that they looked like slave shackles, and then the Reverend Jesse Jackson stated that they looked like slave shoes, and then all hell broke loose. The pictures of the sneakers went viral, which caused Adidas to apologize for the design, and they ended up canceling the release altogether. Jeremy Scott defended his design, which he said was inspired by a toy from the 1980s called My Pet Monster that wore identical orange shackles. He also said, "My work has always been inspired by cartoons, toys, and my childhood." And honestly, I really believe him. I mean, we are talking about a guy who put stuffed panda heads, leopard tails, and angel wings on sneakers, and I kinda wanted to keep my opinion out of this video and just focus on the items that were deemed offensive and go over why people were mad at them, but this one really bothered me personally because considering Jeremy Scott's usual crazy and out there style, which can be seen across all his designs with Adidas, like, come on, like, for people to think Jeremy was racist and intentionally tried to offend people is absurd to me. Personally, I'm not a fan of these shoes because they're just not my style, but I still wish Adidas wouldn't have caved under the pressure and wouldn't have canceled the release. Considering Jeremy's statement was pretty solid in my opinion, and given his design language, it should be pretty obvious that he didn't have any negative intentions when creating this sneaker. Lastly on this list, we have a leather jacket that was released by Diesel just a couple months ago. The jacket caused a firestorm online because of the homophobic slur that was plastered all over it. The outerwear piece was released in September as part of Diesel's Hate Couture range, which is a collaboration with a variety of celebrities and influencers that takes hateful words and insults they have received and are reclaiming through fashion. For example, Bella Thorne was also a part of this, and she wore a t-shirt with the word slut printed across it, and the actor from the show 13 Reasons Why, Tommy Dorfman, who is openly gay, donned the controversial jacket, which he said was a reference to the abuse he has gotten online in the past. The brand received a wave of anger across all social media platforms once the photos from the campaign started being uploaded. Many Twitter users called for a boycott of the brand, but Diesel defended their collab with Tommy, stating, "Our aim has always been to disempower those that create the hate and manifest negativity. To bring awareness to the wider issue, each chose a phrase that they wanted to wear proudly with the goal of empowering others to take a stance. Together, Diesel and Tommy Dorfman use this as a platform to disempower the haters and show the more hate you wear, the less you care." Interesting rhyme scheme there. Anyway, Tommy also followed up by stating that the money from the jacket would be going directly to a center that provides food and shelter to homeless LGBTQ youth. The jacket is currently still available in a size XL on Diesel's website, and all other sizes have since sold out. So that completes the list. I wanted to include more stuff in this video, but didn't want it to be 23 minutes long like the first one. Also, there were originally way more items featured in the original edit of this video, but I've tried uploading this like 3 times since Monday afternoon, and it kept getting hit with the yellow $sign. So I guess I'll have to find a way to censor the images and or my language a bit more, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're talking about, you know, items that have certain words on them, or just the subject matter in general, I guess, isn't really what YouTube wants on the site. But if you guys would like a part 3, I will definitely try and work around YouTube's, you know, auto flag system, but it'll probably be the last one in the video series because honestly I really can't afford to take any more hits on this channel. But if you want more of my opinion regarding stuff like this, we can talk about that on my Instagram live streams that I will start doing again. Let me know if you guys found any of these items offensive, or if you think in certain instances some people were just overreacting and not looking at the context. Thank you guys for all the continued support. It really does mean a lot to me, and more videos will be on the way soon, so make sure to stay tuned for all of that as well. Peace out, YouTube.